I thought I logged on to this Zoom call. I thought we were all going to be here. I don't know. You guys, I feel like this is, I feel like I'm on Dora and I'm like, do you guys see anyone? Not me. Okay.
Hey, Rowan.
Oh, hey, Ryan.
Hey, is it just you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've just been sitting here waiting, so.
Did they ditch us again?
I think so.
Well, that's not cool.
Not cool at all.
How are you doing? How you feeling?
I mean, I've been better. I'm okay, I guess. I came back. I have to work, so I'm not with my family right now, but like, it's fine, I guess.
Just one more thing to the dumpster fire of 2020?
That's what, yeah.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about at least, these virtual things. We get to like engage and have some fun with each other. Well, at least I guess you and I, because we seem to be the odd people out all the time, right?
No, right? It's like we're not part of their inside joke of being best friends, but.
Well, but Rowan, like, I might have a solution to this. Because, like we always sing Broadway songs, right? And Broadway cheers people up. And one day we'll get there again. I know it. But I even dressed for the occasion for you.
Oh, Ryan.
These guys are gonna clear up, put on a happy face, brush off the clouds and cheer up, put on a happy face. Take off that gloomy mask of tragedy, it's not your style. You'll look so good that you'll be glad you decided to smile. Pick out a pleasant outlook, stick out that noble chin, wipe off that full of doubt look, slap on a happy grin, and spread sunshine all over the place. Just put on a happy face. Put on a happy face. Put on a happy face, y'all. And if you're feeling cross and bickerish, don't sit and whine. Think of banana splits and licorice, and you'll feel fine. I knew a girl so gloomy, she wouldn't laugh or sing. She wouldn't listen to me, now she's a mean old thing. So spread sunshine all over the place. Just put on a slap happy face. So, do you feel a little bit better, Rowan?
Ryan, thank you. That was great. Yeah, I
Yeah,
loved it.
it makes it even better. So that is from Bye Bye Birdie, right? So maybe it's not on Broadway now, but sure brings cheer to people's faces. But you know who really doesn't like Bye Bye Birdie?
Who?
Dustin. So he'll love that our special moment was put on a happy face.
I know.
Oh, wait. I think they're coming.
Oh, hey guys, sorry we were a little late. We were in the Playhouse. We lost track of time. We were making these super cool new friendship bracelets out of gaff tape and spike tape,
And you made us, we're really good. We're like the best friends.
Yeah.
Well, did you make them for Rowan and I too?
Oh, it's a work in progress.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah.
But
anyway, we got a show to
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
We got a show to do.
That's great.
But I guess we should get going here. You know, I know we're a little late, so I apologize for that. We should have had an opening number, but I guess, you know,
maybe not today.
Yeah, we'll just have to start it without an opening number, I guess, since we were a little late. That's our bad. So sorry, viewing audience, that we didn't have an opening number there, but I'm sure
we got cool bracelets, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, we can.
You know, you don't know what you don't know there, Dustin. You just don't.
And it's true. Continued words of wisdom from Ryan.
Your solid color line bracelets are really cool.
Thank you, Rowan. That means a lot coming from you. I know, like, being in you know, theater design and everything you're learning about as a stage manager, I'm sure you instantly recognized, you know, the spike tape and the gaffed tape and all of that. So anyway, why don't we go ahead and get this thing started? Welcome to Sunday Under the Stars on Broadway. We are very excited for today's concept. But you know what? Before we get into that, it's just great to see our hosts again. Rowan, Ryan, Duke, thank you so much for joining us here for our post-Thanksgiving edition. I am still working on Thanksgiving leftovers. How was your Thanksgiving, everybody?
Good.
Mine was great.
Yeah.
I hosted my immediate family only, and my sister and I cooked everything. It was really good.
Yep, about the same here. Just, you know, Sherry, Evan, and I, and the dog, and my parents.
Yeah, mine was fabulous. It was fabulous. We ate all the food. We had bread pudding and pie, so it was great.
That's awesome. Yep, mine was my mom and my sister and I, and they did almost all the cooking. I made the cranberry sauce and such, but it was great. Very low-key, very nice. So I hope all of you...
some extra cupcakes, too, by the way, if anybody's interested. I'll email one to you, Rowan.
Was that the timer for... Did you just bake them? Was that the oven timer going off? So... Well, wonderful. And I hope all of you viewing audience at home, I hope you also had wonderful Thanksgivings. And I don't know about you, I always start my Thanksgiving by watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And I was so excited to at least see some Broadway performances this year. They got creative with how they did it. And that was just wonderful. And that was what inspired our concept today. We wanted to do an entire virtual cabaret dedicated to the shows that either are on Broadway or were on Broadway and closed, or were scheduled to be opening on Broadway when this shutdown happened in March. So we've got just a fantastic lineup today of songs that feature a lot of our great performers. And again, we are so thankful for them giving of their time and energies and talents to share these with you. And we've got a great lineup. So I think we should just jump right in and get started. And I feel like we couldn't start an on-Broadway cabaret if we didn't start it with arguably the most successful show currently on Broadway and possibly even ever. And that, of course, is the sensation Hamilton, which if you haven't been able to go see it in person, whether you know, in New York or on tour or any of the various cities it's in, hopefully you were able to watch it on Disney Plus. That was one of the, I think, amazing treats of 2020, was them releasing that over a year early so that everybody could see it. And it truly is just a wonderful game-changing show. So we are going to start Shawn Mathews, who has appeared in Mamma Mia for us and was working on Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. He's going to be our Joseph, so we're hoping he'll come back when we get to do that again. Singing the song Hamilton, Alexander Hamilton, the opening number from Hamilton. And again, Hamilton opened August 6, 2015, 16 nominations and won 11 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. So please put it together for Shawn Mathews singing Alexander Hamilton from Hamilton.
Son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by Providence, impoverished and squalor. Grow up to be a hero and a scholar. The $10 found your father without a father, got a lot harder by working a lot harder by being a lot smarter by being a self-starter by 14. They placed him in charge of a trading charter. Every day while slaves were being slaughtered and carted away across the waves, our Hamilton kept his guard. Inside he was longing for something to be a part of. The brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, or barter. Then a hurricane came, devastation reigned. Our man saw the screeching drip dripping down the drain. Put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain, and he wrote his first refrain, a testament to his pain. But the word got around, they said this kid is insane, man. Typical collection, you can send him to the mainland. Get your education, don't forget from whence you a million things he hasn't done. But just you wait, just you wait. And he was telling his father's split full of it, dead ridden. 2 years later, see Alex and his mother bedridden, half dead, sitting there on the sick, the sent.
And Alex got better, but his mother went quick.
Moving with the cousin committed suicide. Left him with nothing but ruined pride. Something new inside a voice saying,
Alex, you gotta think for yourself.
he started retreating and reading every treatise on the shelf. There would have been nothing left to do for someone less astute. He would have been dead or destitute without a cent or restitution. Started working for his late mother's landlord, trading sugar cane and rum and all the things he can't afford. Scanning for every book he could get his hands on. Planning for the future, see him now as he stands on the bow of a ship headed for a new land. In New York, he can be a new man.
In New York, you can be a new man. In New York, you can be a new man. In New York, you can be a new man. New York.
Just you wait, Alexander Hamilton.
We are waiting in the wings for you. You can never back down. You never learn to take your time.
Alexander Hamilton. When America sings for you, will they know what you overcame? Will they know you rewrote the game? The world will never be the same. The ship is in the harbor now. See if you can spot him. Another immigrant coming up from the bottom. His enemies destroy his rep. America forgot him. He fought with him. He died for him.
Me, I love you.
And me, I'm the damn fool that shot him.
There's a million things he hasn't done.
But just you wait. Alexander Hamilton.
Thanks, Shawn. That was fantastic. What a great energy to start the show with. Gotta say, looking forward to Broadway coming back for sure. But, it's great that we have these opportunities to explore it through other means and all the virtual things that are happening over time. And, another great show that kind of paved the way for things happening on Broadway was one show called Wicked. And I'm even sporting the green today. I don't know why I wore this today, but, I thought I'd dress up for the occasion as we pay tribute to Broadway. But the green and Wicked and the story of the Wicked Witch, Shalisha is going to share with us I'm Not That Girl from Wicked, which opened on Broadway in 2003, winner of 3 Tony Awards, and has been running strong ever since. Take it away, Shalisha Kerr.
Hands touch, eyes meet, sudden silence, sudden heat, hearts leap in a giddy whirl. He could be that boy, but I'm not that girl. Don't dream too far. Don't lose sight of who you are. Don't remember that rush of joy. He not that girl. Don't wish, don't start. Wishing only wounds the heart. I wasn't born for the rose and pearl. There's a girl I know. He loves her so. I'm not that girl.
Thank you so much, Shalisha. I love Wicked. I've seen it, I think, 3 or 4 times now. The last time, actually, Duke and I went up. We had just had Kevin Chamberlain here at the Playhouse. He was our first Broadway masterclass artist that we had down here, and he was just so good that when they put him in as the Wizard, we're like, we want to go see him as the Wizard. So it was awesome. If you don't know who Kevin Chamberlain is, look him up. A lot of you know him from as Bertram from that Disney series that, what's Jessie?
Jesse.
Okay.
Jesse.
I know you with younger people would know that, but I mean, I only knew him from his Broadway roles, of course, as Horton and Uncle Fester, and he was in Disaster, and he's going to be in The Prom, the movie musical adaptation of that. It'll be on Netflix coming out here in December, so make sure you check it out. But Wicked, great. Sorry, I digress.
Wow, that was really good, Des. Thank you for that wonderful plug of lots of things for some reason. Cool. Well, as we've talked about in the Disney Cabaret, I love Frozen. Really Frozen 2, but like Frozen is good too. The musical Frozen, I never saw it, but it seemed great. Like I've heard really good things about it. So, you audience people, I'm introing the next song, and Dustin sent us notes, which was very nice of him, and I have them here. In this, you can't see it because it's iPad, but that's, you have to believe me.
I can't take credit. It was my intern who sent all the notes, but
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, intern.
Yeah. No, so Dustin sent us these notes, and so I'm just gonna read you the notes. Ellen Diehl, True Love from Frozen, March 22nd, 2018, March 11th, 2020. Now I ask all of you, what could those dates mean? I just don't.
Are those the 2 dates she's sung it in the past?
Maybe.
That's what I was assuming.
Well, I know she wasn't playing it because I was in Mamma Mia with her.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's the date that it opened on Broadway and then announced its closing on Broadway.
Well, you see, as a stage manager who like makes spreadsheets for a living, maybe I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I would put a label that says like opening, closing, or like run of show.
Like all the rest of them on there do?
Yeah, which is confusing because the rest of them have really cool notes. And this one, which I have been tasked with introing, just has 2 dates. But, you know, I'm going to tell you, on both of those dates, I knew Ellen Diehl / no currently.
That's great.
Yeah, that's my intro. That's my segue into introing Ellen Diehl, who will be singing True Love from Frozen.
I've sat alone in this room before, hours and hours on end. I know this delusional wish the door would open to reveal a friend. I know the solitude, I know this kind of cold, but I had faith in what the stories told of true love. And now it's clear I'll never leave this room. It ends as it began, with no one but myself to blame. I played my part in the plan. Dreaming got me here, and yet the dream won't die. I can't wish it away, no matter how I try. True love, true love, true
All right. Sorry, I'm just. Yep, our intern is now fired. Thank you, Rowan. You brought her to tears, and she has now been fired. But anyway, we'll continue on. Yes, unfortunately, Frozen was the first, I'll say, casualty of the shutdown. It was the first show to announce a permanent closure. Disney Theatricals, they just have a lot of shows on Broadway, so they decided that it didn't make sense when they reopened to have all of them on there. So performances were Frozen, and then I'm not even going to continue. Duke, just introduce.
Can I just go? Yeah.
Yeah, I apologize.
Yeah. You're not as funny as Rowan sometimes. Sorry.
None of the.
So the next song is going to be from one of my favorite shows, Mean Girls. We actually, when we found out that they were, going to start doing that show and everything, I got super excited. I remember texting you and being like, "Oh my gosh, we have to go see this show when it comes out." So we got tickets to the preview down in DC, and we went and saw that. It was a fantastic time. I loved it, and I actually got to see it. No, I was going to see it on tour. But I didn't get to see it yet because of COVID. So, but that's all right. I still got a ticket to it. I have a ticket, Broadway series ticket in Pittsburgh, and that's where it was going to come through. So eventually I'll get to see it again on tour and everything. But so I'm super excited about this song. I really like this show. I really like this movie and everything about it. I just think it has a great message. And we got to see Kate Rockwell. That's right. She came here. She played the original Karen. And she was one of our Broadway Master Series classes as well. And she was a delight. Just such a nice little person. And we were so happy that she was here with us. So, but unfortunately, it's not Kate singing today. Instead, we have Jessica Barraclough, and she's going to be singing "Stupid with Love" from Mean Girls, which, according to my notes here,
It doesn't even go here.
But we'll allow it.
Okay.
But we'll allow it. According to my notes here, it opened on April 8th, 2018, and it is a Tony-nominated Best Musical. So we can't wait till it's back. We'll get to see it again. So take it away, Jess.
When I was 5, I fell in love. It didn't last. He ran from me, literally ran from me, and being Kenyan, he ran fast. When I was 10, in love again, this Peace Corps guy. I waited hours inside his tent with flowers, which made him laugh, which made me cry. By 13, I gave up trying. I decided I would be a mathematician. Math is real. I memorized a lot of pi because addition and subtraction and division would never make me feel so stupid with love. Like I didn't get it. I didn't get it. Somehow smart with math, but stupid with love. I didn't get it. I didn't get it till now. Math for being there to bring me joy. And thank you, Math, cause now you've brought me this cute boy. He's like someone from TV. He's like that guy who gives out roses to those women. His clothes, his grooming,
away from me with swoopy hair and shiny eyes that I could swim in. He's live and in the room, and I'm stupid with love. I wanna get it, I wanna get it, but how? Smart with math, but stupid with love. I wanna get it, I didn't get it till now. I'm astounded and nonplussed. I am filled with calculus. Does the sky work out? He must all sweaty at the gym. Could that image be more hot? Let me just enjoy that thought. Screw what's wrong, but now it's not. 'Cause now there's him. It's all so simple. Stupid with love, but I can get it. Watch this girl self-educate. I learned math so I can learn love. You wanna bet it? That I can get it? Just wait. Just wait. Just wait.
Thank you so much, Jess. We truly appreciate you joining us for a wonderful song from, I know, one of Duke's favorite shows. The next show is one of my, it's always been my favorite. When I was growing up as a kid, it was my favorite Disney movie, and it was Aladdin. I was obsessed with Aladdin. I still know every word to it. I can sing every word of Prince Ali, doing all of the voices, which I used to go around the house doing. Sorry, Mom. So when I saw that Aladdin was finally coming to Broadway, I knew that I had to go, and I had to be there as soon as possible. So actually, and Duke and Ryan were there with me when we went. We went to the second ever performance of Aladdin because I wasn't, important enough or cool enough to get opening night tickets. Obviously, only the celebrities and the stars get that, and
we were the second tier celebrities. That's how we got the
Right.
second show.
So, but the second night, and it was really, I loved it. I've always loved Aladdin. I love that. We watched James Monroe Iglehart as the genie, and I was walking out, I was like, that guy's going to win the Tony, because the amount of energy that he gives was just great. And it was just an interesting adaptation. It wasn't just a, right from the cartoon, which is what I really appreciated with it. So I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoyed that. That's a fond memory I have of seeing that show with you guys. So. And I still, to this day, do not know how the magic carpet works, because I'm telling you right now, there were no strings. It's some kind of magic. Like, you can't even Google it. The secret is so well kept. I think it's some kind of crazy, like silent hover or magnetic field kind of thing, but I don't know. Somebody out there knows, and someday we'll know.
I think that was the first trip to New York City for the three of us together, if I remember correctly. Dustin, you and I have gone before, but I think the three of us, that was the first time we went together.
My other favorite moment from that trip was, you know how when you're in Times Square and they have all the people dressed as different costumes, and there was a Chewbacca, but Ryan Boyles goes and stand next to Chewbacca, and Ryan's 2 feet taller than the Wookiee Chewbacca.
And then I do this. I'm like,
there's a picture of that somewhere. If I can find it, I'll show it at the end of this episode because it still obviously makes me laugh to this day. But anyway, enough stories about us. Let's get on with the music. One of the songs from Aladdin, the musical, and there's a lot that weren't just from the movie, but one of them is called Proud of Your Boy, and it was written for the original Aladdin concept. It just never actually made it into it, but it was one of Alan Menken's favorites. So Brandon Fuller, take it away, singing Proud of Your Boy from Aladdin.
Proud of your boy, I'll make you proud of your boy. Believe me, bad as I've been, Ma, you're in for a pleasant surprise. I've wasted time, I've wasted me. So say I'm slow for my age, a late bloomer, okay. I agree that I've been one rotten kid. Some pride and some joy, but I'll get over these lousing up, messing up, screwing up times. You'll see, Ma, now comes the better part. Someone's gonna make good cross his stupid heart. make good and finally make you proud of your boy. Tell me that I've been a louse and a loafer. You won't get a fight here, no ma'am. Say I'm a gold prick, a goof off no good. That couldn't be all that I am. Water flows under the bridge, let it pass, let it go. There's no good reason that you should believe me, not yet. I know, but someday and soon I'll make you proud of your boy. No, I can't make myself taller or smarter or handsome or wise. I'll do my best, what else can I do? Since I wasn't born perfect like Tad or you. Mom, I will try hard to make you proud of your boy.
Thanks, Brandon. Always great to hear a song from Aladdin. You know, with the next show coming up, I think we should take a poll. Let's take a poll because this is such a popular show. Let's take a poll of who's actually seen it, all right? So the next one on the dock is Dear Evan Hansen. Who has seen it? Go. Well, that makes it easy, Duke.
I'm actually shocked that out of all of us, Duke is the only person who's actually seen.
I mean, if anybody knows anything about this series of cabarets, yeah, I'm typically the one who knows nothing about shows, and yet I'm the only one out of the four of us.
He is the Jon Snow of musical theater on this production. So.
The thing I've always found fascinating about Dear Evan Hansen would be the props person who has to keep making those casts over and over and over. I don't really know too much about it other than casts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
mean,
guess, Duke, you get to intro the show. So
yeah, I really enjoyed the show in terms of like the way it was staged, the technology of it and everything. I mean, it's really an interesting piece. All right, so we were talking about Dear Evan Hansen, and Dustin just kind of disappeared. Oh, look, he's waving through the window. So I guess that's a good way to let's just introduce Freddie Miller. He's going to be singing Waving Through the Window from Dear Evan Hansen. Take it away, Freddie.
I've learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I lead with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare, no slipping up if you slip away. So I got nothing to share, no, I got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass, waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? We start with stars in our eyes. We start believing that we belong, but every sun doesn't rise, and no one tells you where you went wrong. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun, because you've learned. On the outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've always been? Cause I'm tapping on the glass. Waving through a window, I try to speak, but nobody can hear. So I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. Waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Will I ever make a sound? On the outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've always been? Cause I'm tapping on the glass. Waving through a window, I try to speak but nobody can hear. So I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. Waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? Is anybody waving?
Well, I guess the rest of us need to go and see Dear Evan Hansen now. I mean, it's got some really great songs in it, and I know there's a current movie adaptation that's in production right now. Ben Platt's going to reprise his Tony-winning role there, so that'll be pretty cool. Speaking of Tonys, this next show was the most recent Tony winner. I know Ryan and I, we actually got to go see this one together. We got to go with some of the winners of the Hershey Theater Apollo Awards. They had a few extra tickets, so we got to join them for that. And we saw it the Wednesday after it had won the Tony on Sunday. So, like, the energy in that room was just unbelievable. Duke, we had wanted to join us, but he had already had actually tickets to another show that same day. So while we were seeing the Tony Award-winning Best Musical Hadestown, Duke was seeing Pretty Woman. So, that's a conversation another time. Rowan, I know you have also seen and love Hadestown.
I have also seen and love Hadestown. For those I went with Jeremy Slagle, who also hosts this sometimes, who has not been here in a long time, so I'm blaming that on Dustin.
We'll have to get him back. We'll have to get him back here.
Yeah, we'll get him back. But I know that you audience people who watch this, because there's a lot of you, want to probably know what the notes say. Since I brought up the notes, you're like, what did the notes say? April 17th, 2019 was a great day for America. I don't know why or what happened on that day, but probably something related to Hadestown. Opening, just another show, preview, I don't know. But, Hadestown is a fabulous show. Jeremy and I got the last 2 tickets to a matinee. We were there for 2 days, and then on the last day, second day, we were there. We were like, what show should we see? I don't know. And then we walked into the box office, and they were like, we have 2 tickets left in the orchestra. And we were like, we'll take them. And it was very dramatic and movie-like. I cried a lot. It was great. It was great. That's all. I don't even have. It started out in 2006, and a concept album was created in 2010. Ancient Greek myth of Orpheus and Eurydice. You put that wherever you want in the description. Where Orpheus goes to the underworld to rescue his fiancée Eurydice. That explains it. Great. There's also Hades and Persephone and lots of other people. So that's great. The next song is a great song from Hadestown called Flowers from Hadestown, and Lindsay Bretz-Morgan will be singing that. So Lindsay, go ahead, take it away.
What I wanted was to fall asleep, close my eyes and disappear like a petal on the stream, a feather on the air. Lily white and poppy red, I trembled when he laid me out. You won't feel a thing, he said, when you go down. Nothing gonna wake you now. Dreams are sweet until they're not. Men are kind until they aren't. Flowers bloom until they rot and fall apart. Is anybody listening? I open my mouth, but nothing comes out. Nothing can wake me now. Flowers, I remember fields of flowers, soft beneath my heels, walking in the sun. I remember someone by my side, turn his face to mine. Then I turned away into the shade. If you ever walk this way, come and find me lying in the bed I've made.
Thanks, Lindsay. That was fantastic. You know, when I saw Hadestown, one of the things that I thought was just so cool was, first of all, was the set and the way it so subtly did all of the different movements and transformed from the club to like the underworld and all of those pieces. But also, I was just drawn to the Fates. All of their songs are just, the three-part harmony that those women do is just absolutely amazing. So there's just so much fantastic stuff with that show. And there's lots of shows that, deal with people singing in, 3-4 part harmony.
Yeah, you know what, Ryan? That's just a natural, unplanned transition to, I think, the next number. And we've had a couple ballads now here in a row, so I thought maybe we'd lift it up a little bit. And this next song, it's kind of a technicality, but it's sung by me, so I put it in anyway. Those of you who know me, like one of just, if not my favorite shows, is Jersey Boys. I love Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. My mom, growing up in Brighton Beach in New York, she has seen them perform a ton of times. She and I have seen Frankie Valli perform. I've seen Jersey Boys. I'm always the youngest one in the audience of any Frankie Valli show, but I love it. I sing along all the shows. So, technically Jersey Boys was on Broadway from 2005 to 2017. It closed and then it reopened off Broadway just a couple months later in November of 2017, and it won 4 Tonys, including Best Musical, and really kind of took the jukebox musical and the musicians' life story musicals to a whole new heights, which we can argue about whether that was always a good thing or not, but it's definitely changed Broadway in that way. So I thought, in honor of one of my favorite shows, I would present to you today a Jersey Boys medley. So please enjoy.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Pardon the way that I stare. There's nothing else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. But if you feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm this lonely night. I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say, oh, pretty baby, don't bring me down, I pray. Oh, pretty baby, now that I found you, stay and let me love you, baby. Let me love you. You're just too good to be true. They ask you what was the high point? The Hall of Fame, selling all those records, pulling Sherry out of the hat? It was all great. But the first time the 4 of us made that sound, our sound, when everything dropped away and all there was the music, that was the best.
Sherry, Sherry baby, Sherry, Sherry baby, Sherry, Sherry baby, baby, Sherry baby,
Sherry, can you come out tonight?
come out tonight.
All right, well, thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. I had fun making it. While I would have loved to find other people to be the Four Seasons and harmonize with, just with everything going on and getting people together, I took the second best option. So you had to put up with 4 of me on the screen at one time. I apologize for that, but
That's
hopefully
3 more than we need.
Hey, at least you said 3 and not 4. I'll take that. Best friends. Our next song is actually from one of the shows that opened last year. It's one of the only ones that was eligible for this year's Tonys. And this year's Tony Awards, again, they're strange because there's so few shows eligible. But this was actually the last show that I saw on Broadway before the shutdown. And that is Moulin Rouge. I don't know about you, but again, anyone who grew up, you know, as a child of the 90s and whatnot, and who was into musical theater, even remotely, knows Moulin Rouge. I've always loved Moulin Rouge. So again, it's one of those that when I saw it was opening on Broadway, I was like, I need to run out and see this. Fantastic cast. The movie songs are there. They're a little different, and there's a whole lot of other songs too, but it's just fun. And again, the set work, the costume work, just out of this world. It definitely deserves wins in those categories. So it opened in July of 2019. It is nominated for a whole bunch of Tony Awards. It's actually, I think, Aaron Tveit, who plays the lead, is going to make Broadway history here. He was the only actor nominated for Best Actor in a Musical this year. He was the only eligible male actor for lead actor in a musical. So, you know, as long as he gets 60% of the Tony vote, he's going to win unopposed. But he does a great job. It was a great show. So those of you who know the movie, of course, you know the song Come What May. It appears not once in the show, but twice. So Brandon Bitner is going to give us the finale rendition of Come What May. Please enjoy.
Truth, beauty, freedom, love. Never knew I could feel like this, like I've never seen the sky before. I wanna vanish inside your kiss. Every day I love you more and more. Listen to my heart, can you hear it sing? Telling me to give you everything. Seasons may change, winter to spring, but I love you until the end of time. And there's no mountain too high, no river too wide. Sing out this song and I'll be there
Alrighty. Thanks, Brandon. I just have a question, Dustin. You're the only one who's seen that show. Is it kind of like when you read the book and you go see a movie? Is it because I've seen the movie? Is it pretty much the same thing as the show, so I don't need to go see the show?
You know, I'm gonna say yes and no. Like, it has all the key parts there, but it expands a lot of things. The character of the Duke, the Duke, is actually very different. I like how they kind of modernize some of the songs. My only gripe, actually, you know, when people go see things that are just regurgitations of the movie, they're actually upset by that. My actual only complaint for this is, like, I wanted the movie songs to just be like exactly like the movie song so that I could sing along, but they were not. They changed up a lot of those movie songs. Like, they expanded the Elephant Love medley. The Tango de Roxanne is a little different too, but again, I'd say it's definitely worth seeing. The set work alone, the costume work, like, you really feel like you're transformed there into, you know, the Moulin Rouge and into Paris, and the windmills there, the elephants there. So really, again, we don't give enough credit, I think, to our technical workers and our technical staff and designers. Rowan, shout out to you. But really, I mean, it was really cool just being there, and the energy was a lot of fun. If you want just like a fun time, a fun musical to see, that is definitely one I recommend going to see when it reopens.
All right. So, okay, then definitely, yeah, it's not like that. You should go see it, even though you've seen the movie like myself, so. All right, well, the next show that's going to be represented is actually the longest running show in Broadway history. So giving you that clue, probably you've already guessed by now, it's Phantom of the Opera. We have Adam Murray singing Music of the Night from that show. It's based on the Gaston Leroux novel, and it has won 7 Tonys, including Best Musical. So Adam is going to be singing Music of the Night.
Night time sharpens, heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses. Slowly, gently, night unfurls its splendor. Grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold, unfeeling light, and listen to the music of the night. Close your eyes and surrender to your darkest dreams. Purge your thoughts of the life you knew before. Close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar. And you'll live as you've never lived before. Softly, deftly, music shall caress you. Hear it, feel it, secretly possess you. Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind. In this darkness which you know you cannot fight. The darkness of the music of the night. Let your mind start a journey through a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the world you knew before. where you long to be. Only then can you belong to me. Floating, falling, sweet intoxication. Touch me, trust me, savor each sensation. Let the dream begin. Let your darker side give in to the power of this music that I write. The power of the music of the night. You alone can make my song take flight. Help me make the music of the night.
You know, the one thing for me about Phantom that I always have loved and always appreciate when I get to see it is just that how they haven't really changed it too much. You know, the technology is still the same and just as magical as it was when it first opened. I just think there's just such a great feel when you see Phantom and appreciate how it's just stood the test of time.
I mean, I agree. I think that's why it's run so long too. It's just one of those, like, it's a worldwide phenomenon. When people travel from all over the world, they want to see Phantom of the Opera. I think it's the #1 tourist attraction musical of all of them. But yeah, really cool.
Well, speaking of a worldwide phenomenon, look at the next show we'll be hearing from, I think, is Six. Fabulous. I love this show. I don't understand how it could be on stage, thinking like a concert, but like the music is. Do you guys know this show?
Rowan, it is my like guilty pleasure musical. Like I walk almost every day, so while I walk, like I listen to a lot of Broadway show tunes, and once I like put off because I was like, oh, I'm not going to be interested in this show, and ever since I've listened to it, I am hooked. It's like Spice Girls meets musical theater, and it's so good and smart. Like I love smartly written lyrics, and so yes,
I don't think
I've
literally heard of it until now.
You need to. You need to.
You need to.
Okay,
The music is awesome.
Rowan. You know me. Come on.
And it's so awesome too because it's such a variety of music that goes along with each of the ex-wives. Like they have their own style, so it's just a fantastic piece. And you know, it's the timing of it was unfortunate, but it's going to go on for a long time.
Well, and it was scheduled to actually open the day after the shutdown happened, so it never technically opened. It was in previews. It was in its last preview, and it never really opened. But Rowan, for those who don't know what it's about, do you want to tell them what it's about?
A British musical modern retelling of the lives of the 6 wives of Henry VIII. Is that what that is? Presented as a pop concert. Oh, okay. Yeah, a pop concert. There you go. All right. They take turns singing and tell the story. It's amazing. To see who suffered the most due to Henry and who should become the group's lead singer. Well, that makes sense. I like that, actually. That's
see, sometimes notes can be helpful to tell you exactly how it is presented. It's a very modern retelling, but they're like this girl group. Again, they're kind of like the Spice Girls, and they come together and they're going to tell their stories to see who suffered the worst from Henry VIII, and that's who gets to be the lead singer. But just really, really good music, really cool show. I love it. Like I said, it's my guilty pleasure musical right now, for sure.
Totally. Well, next, Carly Lafferty, take it away with Don't Lose Your Head from 6.
Grew up in the French court, oui, bonjour, life was a chore, so 1522 came straight to the UK, all the British dudes lame. I wanna dance and sing, not my thing, but then I met the king, and soon my daddy said, you should try and get ahead. He wanted me, obviously, kept messaging me like every day. Couldn't be better, so I sent him a letter. And who am I kidding? I was prêt à manger. Sent a reply, just saying hi. You're a nice guy. I'll think about it maybe. XO baby. Here we go. I didn't know I would move in with his missus. Get a life. Like, what was I meant to do? Sorry, not sorry about what I said. I'm just trying to have some fun. Don't worry, don't lose your head. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. LOL, say oh well, go to hell. I'm sorry, not sorry about what I said. Don't lose your head. 3 in the bed and the little one said, if you wanna be wed, make up your mind. Her or me, chum, don't wanna be some girl in a threesome, are you blind? Don't be bitter, 'cause I'm fitter. Why hasn't it hit her? He doesn't wanna bang you. Somebody hang you. Here we go. I didn't really mean it, but rumors spiral. Mate, what was I meant to do? Sorry, not sorry about what I said. I'm just trying to have some fun. Don't worry, don't lose your head. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. LOL, say oh well, go to hell. I'm sorry, not sorry about what I said. Don't lose your head. Tried to elope, but the Pope said nope. Our only hope was Henry. He got a promotion, caused a commotion, set in motion the COE. We here, so outdated. Us two wanted to get X-rated. Excommunicated. Everybody chill, it's totes God's will. Henry's out every night on the town, just sleeping around, like what the hell? If that's how it's gonna be, maybe I'll flirt with a guy or 3 just to make him gel. Henry finds out and he goes mental. He screams and shouts like so judgmental. Mate, just shut up. I wouldn't be such a biv. You could get it up. Here we go. And now he's running around like off with her head. Pretty sure he means it. What was I meant to do? No, but what was I meant to do? No, but what was I meant to do? Sorry, not sorry about what I said. I'm just trying to have some fun. Don't worry, don't lose your head. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. LOL, say oh well, go to hell. Sorry, not sorry about what I said. Sorry, not sorry about what I said. Don't lose your head.
Thank you so much, Carly. Really fun rendition. That was Anne Boleyn, if you are following along at home. Probably the most famous of his ex-wives, the scandalous one. So don't lose your head. What a fun song.
Speaking of scandals, our next show is all about a big scandal, Chicago, which I don't know if you guys have seen, but I absolutely love. I love the whole concept of how it's so minimalistic from like a set and tech perspective, but it's so genius with everything else that it does. And interesting, you know, when the first production ran in the 70s, it only ran for like 900 and some performances, but the revival opened in 1996 and is still running. And 1996 was a fantastic year. I mean, it's the year I graduated from high school. So, you know, of course, they wouldn't have let us see that show, particularly, I'm sure, at the time. Times have, of course, changed. You know, this old man here, things were a little different in high school. Funny thing, too, about high school, this jacket was from my junior year of high school when I played Albert in Bye Bye Birdie. Isn't that funny? Yeah.
Bye Bye Birdie.
Bye Bye Birdie. I know, Dustin, how much you absolutely love that classic.
I would never let a number from Bye Bye Birdie into one of these cabarets. Never.
I know this for a fact. As much as another show that I love that I hope shows up in this sequence because it would have been on Broadway. So think about that, Dustin. But anyway, back to the scandal of Chicago. So one of the characters in there is the poor husband of Roxy Hart Amos. And here to perform Mr. Cellophane as Amos Hart is Jeremy Patterson.
Someone stood up in a crowd and raised his voice out way out loud. He waved his arms and shook his leg. You'd notice him. If someone in the movie show yelled, "Fire in the second row, this whole place is a powder keg," you'd notice him. And even without clucking like a hen, everyone gets noticed now and then. Unless, of course, that person it should be invisible, inconsequential. Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane, should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me, walk right by me, and never know I'm there. I tell ya, Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane, should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me, walk right by me, and never know I'm there. Suppose you was a little cat, residing in a person's flat, who fed you fish and scratched your ears. You'd notice him. Suppose you was a woman wed and sleeping in a double bed beside one man for 7 years. You'd notice him. A human being's made of more than air. With all that bulk, you're bound to see him there. Unless that human being next to you is unimpressive, undistinguished. You know you. Shoulda been my name, Mr. Cellophane, but you can look right through me, walk right by me, and never know I'm there. I tell ya, Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane, should have
never even know I'm there. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
All right, thank you so much, Jeremy. Great show. I know we have a fond memory of that one, gentleman, from a in-person miscast cabaret we did several years ago now. We opened that with the Cell Block Tango. We did our own version of that, fishnets and all. It was the three of us, Eric Mancia, Ron Ross, and Terry Sheldon. So quite a crew. I think there's picture and video evidence out there too. But Chicago, again, like you said, really interesting how it started out just as the City Setters Encore series, and people were like, oh, it can never transfer to Broadway. People won't pay Broadway money for a concert. Well, joke's on them, because it's the longest running revival in history and the longest running American Broadway musical in history too. So pretty cool there.
Hey, is the next one, is this the song that da 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 da, that one?
That's the one.
Okay. Oh wow, I didn't know that was in a musical. Let me just check the notes real quick. Open March 5th, 2020. Oh wow. Okay, so this only opened like a week before everything shut down. Wow. Okay. This is this show is called Girl from the North Country. Yeah. And it's a Bob Dylan music, like kind of like jukebox musical. And I really don't know much about it, obviously, like, hey, since it just opened a week before everything shut down. But Torrence Brown, she's going to be singing for us Make You Feel My Love from Girl from the North Country.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, and there's no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I will never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue. I'd go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea, and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like
like me. Yes. I can make you happy, make your dreams come true. There's nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you, to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love.
Thank you, Torrence. So, you know, we've talked about jukebox musicals, and there was a new one that was just starting too, that was actually using as its source material one of my favorite albums from my high school years, to go back to high school again. It's the Alanis Morissette Jagged Little Pill album. There were so many great songs on that. You Ought to Know, Ironic, all of those just classic songs. And I laugh because I think about the time when I went and saw the Alanis Morissette concert for the Jagged Little Pill tour. It was at the Hershey Stadium, and she literally performed the whole concert like this with her long hair down. You ought to know. I still to this day don't know if it was actually her or not, because she never looked up. So it just could have been someone lip syncing with a long wig on, because I have no idea. But you know, it was a great concert to be at least hear all the music, whether it was her or not real. I have no idea. But now Jagged Little Pill takes on the American family and all of the ins and outs of dysfunction around everything that can kind of go wrong, and the underlying themes of difficulties in some suburban, you know, families that look perfect on the outside. And they link it all together through Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill album. So it's pretty fantastic. And you ought to know, this next performer is Nina Cline singing You Ought to Know.
I want you to know that I'm happy for you. I wish nothing but the best for you both. The perfect version of me, is he perverted like me? Would he go down on you in our theater? So he speaks eloquently, and you can have his baby. I'm sure you'd make a very excellent mother. 'Cause the love that you made, that we gave, wasn't able to make it enough for you to be open wide. And every time you speak his name, does he know why you told me you'd be there until you die? Till you die, well, you're still alive, and I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know. You seem very well. Things look peaceful. I'm not quite as well. I thought you should know. Did you forget about me, Mrs. Duplicity? I hate to give him so much to live up to. It was a slap in the face, how quickly I was replaced. And are you thinking of me when he loves you? 'Cause the love that you gave, that we made, wasn't able to make it enough for you to be open wide. No. And every time you speak his name, does he know why you told me you'd be there until you die? Till you die, well, you're still alive, and I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross out there that you gave to me.
Ooh, hey, hey, hey! 'Cause the joke that you laid in the bed, that was me, and I'm not gonna fade as soon as you close your eyes, and you know it. And every time I scratch my nails on someone else's back, I hope you feel it. Well, can you feel it? And I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. Yo, 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 ought to know, and I'm here to remind you of the mess I left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. Yo, 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 ought to know.
Well, thank you, Nina. That was fabulous. Ryan, just fun fact for you. You said that that was your favorite album in high school, and you graduated in 1996, right?
Yup.
Yeah. Well, that's super cool. I wasn't even alive then.
I know this.
Yeah, I was born in 98. So that's just fun. Cool. So the last show that we're going to talk about is The Lion King.
Wait,
And
wait, Rowan, did you just say the last show?
yeah, this is our last song.
Okay, well, there is a big show that was supposed to open this year that was not included, and I have a feeling it's because Dustin doesn't really like it.
The one that I have always asked to do?
Yeah, the one that I like too.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's really not cool, Dustin. So
It was, you know, performers submit the songs they want to do, so it was all them. I can't help
Well-
it that maybe I didn't include this one on the initial list of songs they could
but
submit.
everybody needs it. Everybody, it's like the joyous American classic, like all American life. And 76 trombones led the big
You know,
parade
you
with
are-
110 cornets close at hand.
You are correct that
They were followed by rows and rows of
I
the
don't know
Wells
what's
Fargo
happening
wagon
here.
is coming down the street. Oh, please let it be for me.
Duke only loves it because he
I
played the trombone.
Well, there's such great music in there. Don't be a shapoopy.
I will say, no, it is, you know, I don't dislike that show as much as everybody makes it out to be. It's no Bye Bye Birdie. And I am actually really excited. Like, I would love to see Hugh Jackman live. So I'm excited for his casting in that show. So yes, that, you know, and at some point, I know we will at some point program The Music Man here at Allenbury Playhouse. It is inevitable. I don't just program shows I like, obviously, so that would be a good choice, and it's one that people like. It might just be a little while till we can have a cast of that size, you know, doing a show here, but yeah.
True. But
Can we do 76 trombones? I mean, can we have 76 trombones on stage, though?
No, we absolutely cannot, ever, under any circumstances.
I know you love the trombone there, Duke.
Duke can play one trombone.
Isn't that what you
76
played?
times.
I thought so.
It is, yeah. It's what I've played since before Rowan was alive.
Yep.
Cool. Well, speaking of instruments, also just fun fact, I played the trumpet in the hit of the production of the musical. So that's fun. Also speaking of instruments, drums are another instrument that are cool. I don't play the drums, but The Lion King, the musical, when you go see The Lion King, there's drums like that you can see them playing, which is super cool. Yeah, so probably around the same time I played in the pit of The Music Man, I saw The Lion King. Now that I'm saying that. But The Lion King is amazing. A really good movie, Disney movie as well, which we talked about in the Disney Cabaret. It is the third longest running show in history of the world. It's the third longest running show. It's also the highest grossing Broadway production of all time. It had 6 Tonys, including the Best Musical and the Best Director Tonys, making Julie Taymor the first woman to earn that honor, which is fabulous.
and so well deserved. Like anybody who asks me what's the first show, like if they have kids or anyone that they want to take, like what's the first show that they should see, I still to this day recommend The Lion King. There is just nothing like it on Broadway. Like I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about the opening number right now, and like how Julie Taymor and her team put it together and just it transform it from an animated movie to just I can't say enough good things about it. I've seen it twice in both theaters. Duke, we saw it together that one time. It was just such a good show. I can't say enough.
That's the one we're going to take Evan to see as his first show for the same reason.
Absolutely. Everybody should see. It was a true game changer. It announced to the world that like Disney theatricals was not a joke and just showed like what you could do through the medium of the arts. Really just amazing.
Great. Well, it's great that you love The Circle of Life, Dustin. It's a really good song. And I hope that everyone gets a chance to listen to that song at some point in time, because you'll never believe what song we're going to listen to right now. Hakuna Matata. Really good one. Ron Ross, which is a fan favorite of like the whole world, I think.
Yep.
Also me. I'm a huge Ron Ross fan. I think he's so funny. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. There's no other introduction needed.
He
Ron
needs none. Yep.
Singing Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase.
Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze.
It means no worries for the rest of your days.
It's our problem-free philosophy.
Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata?
Yeah, it's our motto.
What's a motto? Nothing, kid. What's the matter with you?
Those 2 words, kids, will solve all your problems.
That's right. Take Pumba here, for example. Why? When he was a young warthog.
When I was a young warthog.
Very nice.
Thanks.
He found his aroma lacked a certain appeal. He could clear the savannah after every meal.
I'm a sensitive soul, though I seem thick-skinned. And it hurt that my friends wouldn't stand downwind. And oh, the shame!
Let's limit the shame!
Of changing my name!
Once in a day!
And I got downhearted!
How did you feel?
Every time that I...
Pumba! Not in front of the kids.
Oh, sorry.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. Sing it, kids. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
Oh boy, I could eat some grub.
I could eat a zebra.
No zebra, kid. Grub. They're squishy and satisfying.
Like the little cream-filled ones.
Oh, you
Like those?
They're local. They're from right there.
And satisfying.
Means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. I say Hakuna.
I say Matata.
Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata.
Ta-ta.
All right, thank you so much, Ron. Again, there's no words needed for Ron. He's just a joy of a human being, and that was a wonderful song, I think, for us to conclude with. Certainly, these are not all of the shows that are currently on Broadway. These are just some of the musical selections. Check out all of the shows. And again, this is just musicals because that's what we do for these, but there are so many great plays on Broadway right now also. So when Broadway reopens, they're going to rely on those of us to go back when we feel comfortable and see and support those shows. And I, for one, just cannot wait for that day. You know, at a time to be thanks, I am so thankful for all of these shows, for all of our performers, for all of you guys. I know we are missing it so much. It's been 9 months now, just about, since we haven't done theater. So I am so thankful for all of you for tuning in, for your support. Thankful to our performers for sharing of their time and their talents. There's not enough thanks to go around. And thank you to all of you watching at home. Your support, your amazing words of encouragement. Like sometimes I just get random emails and messages from people who are just, you know, thank you for doing these. We really appreciate this. We can't wait to come back. It's amazing. We can't wait to come back either. We do have some information. We'll be putting out some information. We really up to this point have not asked you for, you know, donations for things like that, but we're going to make a little end of the year push here just to help us kind of get over that last little bump here until hopefully in the spring we can start resuming some kind of programming. So starting on Tuesday for Giving Tuesday, we're going to do a little end of the year push. And we know that, you know, times have been tough for everybody. If you have any extra that you are willing to give, we appreciate your consideration here for us. There'll be information about that down in the description, and we'll also put that out through email and social media. But again, thankful so much for all of you. We have one more of our Sunday Under the Stars Inside Editions planned here for the year 2020. There'll be more next year too, but I'm super excited about this one, guys. One of our most popular new concepts that we did in the spring was Duet Roulette. So we're coming back with a special edition holiday Duet Roulette. What is Duet Roulette, you might ask? Well, take a little look at this video preview here. First, performers were sent a form where they could check any songs they would be willing to learn and record. They were then assigned a number and placed on a spinning wheel based on the needs of that song. The first person who came up was the first half of the duet, and the next number was their duet partner. Next, they received an email with their specifics and their instructions, and were asked to record just their vocal track. The catch is, they don't know who their partner is. They'll be surprised along with you the night of the show when they see it with music and their partner for the first time. So that's it, that holiday Duet Roulette. December 20th. We are really excited about that one. It's going to be a lot of fun, the whole mystery element of it. And we got a great song list picked out too. So it's got some songs from Broadway musicals. It's got some movie songs, and it's just got some random, you know, holiday classics. So it'll be a lot of fun, and seeing how the pairings shake out, always a good time. So anything that my fellow hosts would like to say here before we bid everyone adieu?
I have one thing. I think for Duet Roulette, we should do Battle of the Hosting Duos, and me and Ryan and Duke and Dustin, and we can see who's funnier.
I mean, that's kind of a no contest, but
I mean, Rowan, I think we might win that one.
Landslide. Landslide.
People don't tune into these things for my humor or Dustin's humor. It's obviously your humor, Rowan.
Yeah, they actually, I mean, the mail we get actually prefers that I just stop talking and let you guys do it.
People have said more Rowan, more Ryan, less of
But,
Duke
you know,
and
my contract stipulates that I have to host these and be involved with them, so.
It
But
does. I'm sure.
I have to say, I look forward to...
Someone's got to write the notes.
Yeah. I look forward to having a holiday Christmas edition with you all.
Yeah, and can we give away, Duke, what our special filming location is going to be?
Oh yeah, I was actually thinking about doing that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Join me in my Christmas house, because as I've talked about before, I am super obsessed with Christmas. So I have invited the hosts over. We're going to socially distance at my house, and we're going to film it featuring various we'll say holiday themed backgrounds that are real in my house. So, and we'll have some Christmas cheer.
We'll be wearing our holiday finest too. So
yep. Yeah, absolutely.
It's gonna be really fun. I'm excited. Thank you for hosting that. Again, Duke is doing an understatement. Like, he goes all out. So it's gonna be we're really looking forward to our on-site, all of us together in one room too. Well, not one room, but multiple rooms throughout the house. But it'll be great fun. And I also hear we might have a few special mystery guests joining us for a few segments too. So you might just see a few fan favorite faces, which is also excellent alliteration. But you might see them join us too. So it is an extravaganza. I can't wait. But with that, I think we've certainly talked enough here for one day, and we can't wait to see you again. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe, be responsible, and we will see you soon. Sing us out, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons.